My pleasure to present to you Mr. John Nuthall.
I'm like Megan, I'm not about to cry. Instead, I'm terrified. Those were awful kind words, Mr. Washington. I'm going to try to live up to them, to the responsibility that you've given me here. And trying to follow the act of the four of you who spoke so well. I'm really proud of you guys. What heroes, I'll give it a shot. Okay. Board of Education, administration, parents, friends, and the class of 1999. I consider it an honor to have been asked to be the speaker here today. Actually, I must confess that not only was I flattered, but I was also a little baffled. You see, there's something many of you don't know out there. This is the only class in my 22 years that I had in Global Studies in 10, then in U.S. History in 11, and I had about half of them for 11th grade English, and all of them for 12th grade English, and about half of them in a college English course. I mean, I've had these people for a long time. And can you imagine, after all those years of all my awful jokes and lectures and stories, that they chose me to speak? Wow. I can only think it's because of something special that happened this year, and that's what I feel I'm here to explain. Let me start with the tie. I don't know if you can see it way in the back, but it has palm trees and dolphins, and everyone who knows me knows I'm not exactly the king of fashion. But even for me, this tie's a bit of a reach. But in case you in the back can't see the tie, I brought a prop with me to help convey the point. Okay. They knew this was coming. Okay, I wear these in honor of this class and to remember something special that happened this year. It began in my second period class this spring. We were still reeling from a whole series of awful cataclysmic events, such as the Columbine shootings, events near and close to us. And we were discussing at the exact same time some really heavy literature filled with death and despair and foreboding. And I looked around the room and everybody was all hunched over and they're all like carrying the weight of the world. And we all came to the same realization. We needed something to fight back the negativity. We needed a positive boost, and we needed it fast. Some of you may have heard of the results. Luau Day was created. We put a paper pond in the room, we had fruity drinks and leis and wore flowered shirts, and we studied the poetry of Jimmy Buffett and Bob Marley. Really, it was great. What we didn't expect was the reaction of the rest of the school. Other seniors began joining in. Other staff were showing up and wanting to be part of it. We started passing leis out to all different kinds of people. There was this real aching need for something happy and something positive. Well, it wasn't long before we decided to have another day, and this time was for the whole 12th grade. We called it Lawn Chair and Lemonade Day. Some of you probably saw us out front, wondered what the heck we were doing. We were discussing poetry and short stories and sipping lemonade and soaking up rays and basically feeding our souls. And that's what it's all about. That's why I'm wearing this tie and this leg. Class of 99, I wasn't about to come here and give you some speech about making the most of your lives, because I know you're talented and bright, and you know that your success will decide to be in your hands. I'm not going to tell you something you know. What I'm here to do instead today is to give you a charge. I'm sending you forth on a mission. You're going out into a dangerous and angry world. The Columbine shootings may have happened for a combination of reasons, but those reasons all go back to how our world has gotten to be a meaner place. We are beginning to worship the nasty. It is cool to be the baddest dude in town. It is hip to react with anger and violence. I mean, road rage is a problem in our society. Someone cuts you off and it's time to kill. We equate even-temperedness with weakness. You're a wimp unless you get in someone's face. And don't blame the movies and the music. The media isn't causing the behavior, it's just cashing in on it. We want to see it, and we want to do it. And things are only going to get worse if nothing is done about it. We need to reverse this trend. We need to promote positiveness. We need to encourage a return to a day of manners and civilities. Some people may be rolling their eyes. I'm very serious. Unless we begin to treat each other with care, things are only going to get worse. So class of '99, I'm asking you to make a better world. Take everything you've learned this year about the power of positiveness. Take what you've learned from living in West Valley and go forth as missionaries of this message. You see, you've been blessed with coming from a wonderful school in a great town. Most of America doesn't have what you have here. They don't know about this. This is a place where people care about each other. I know it's not a perfect school or a perfect town. I know I have treated people with meanness in the past, and for that I apologize. I mean, people get mad and even quarrel, but in the end they care what happens to everyone here, and to you. You need to take all this and spread the word, one by one, little by little, win people over to our side. And we here, it's not enough to send this class out with this mission. Everyone here must do the same as well. It's a mean world and it won't change unless we do something about it. I hope right now that across the U.S. many graduation speakers are touching on this. The Columbine deaths will gain meaning if there is the beginning of a groundswell to move back to the days when people lived by such standards as the Golden Rule. I'm no Pollyanna who believes in a smile and a flower will solve all the problems. I know there are times to stand tough and even fight. But let's save those for the big things, for the moral issues. Not for how a person dresses or how they drive or whether they agree with you or how they handle change in a grocery store. Let's learn more patience, kindness, and understanding. Next time you feel the anger rising and feel like lashing out, remember Columbine and the fruits of meanness. And we all need to go farther. We need to make it cool to be nice. We need to make that our social standard. We need to teach the young to be nice by modeling it to them. We need to go out of our way to be positive. Put a dime in an expired meter of someone you don't know. Pay the 50-cent toll for the driver behind you. Hold doors, give somebody a flower. Do one thing every day to make it a nicer world and let people, especially kids, see you doing it and know why you're doing it. I believe we have a real need now for practicing random acts of kindness and senseless acts of beauty. And that is the only thing that is going to get us out of this mess we are heading into. Everyone here needs to be a positive force in their world. To be honest, I'm speaking to a lot of the converted, and I know that. There's an awful lot of nice people out there, and that's why you're here. But that's why we need you guys, the class of '99, to spread this message. We need you to do it for us and for your own future. And now I have something to say that I think I should have said before. It's something that's been on my mind for a while. I've come to a realization this year, more than any year before, that I'm a very lucky man. I have been blessed with a wonderful wife and wonderful children. And I've really come to realize I love doing this, not the speech necessarily, but the whole teaching thing. I love to share my ideas in myself, and I do that for a living. I'm a very lucky man. I would like to thank all of you, and especially this class, for letting me do what I love. I teach. Thank you, all of you, for helping me realize myself. And you guys, it's been fun for 3 years. We've been through a lot. Don't forget me. I'll certainly be holding my memories of you like this leg close to my heart. Good luck, you guys.